Peggy,
Oh,
very
yeah.
nice. Your blouse. Very pretty blouse.
Yeah, I just came back from a wedding actually. Yeah,
Hi everyone, we are live on Facebook. Hot Talk. Tonight we have Irene as our guest, and we're talking about surrendering into femininity. I can't always say that properly. Yeah, so I am now surrounded by 3 women in this podcast, and suitably outnumbered on this subject. So we'll begin in a few minutes' time at 10 o'clock. So welcome. Get your friends on board and comment so we know you're listening. We haven't quite figured out how to see who is listening and who is actually listening. So when people comment, then we know.
Yeah, if you're here, just put like us or love us, react to our post right now, and or comment and stuff that you're here and say hi to us, because we're going to talk something about surrender into femininity. And it is International Women's Day yesterday, and happy Women's Day.
Yay. Happy International Women's Day, like yesterday. So how Women Week?
Is there a Men's Day?
Tada.
Every day is Men's Day.
We can create one.
Day.
Father's Day.
So what Irene is saying is, since every day is Men's Day, you must give us one Women's Day a year, right? No? Is that the idea?
No, the idea is, why do we even have to declare one day as International Women's Day?
Hi, Lance. Thanks for checking in, and all the best for Aikido. I wish I was there, Sifu, teacher, sensei.
Happy Women's Week.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like,
thanks, Lance. I'll be in touch soon.
They don't have Men's Day. Interesting.
Yeah, you know why
Mother's Day, because we have a Mother's Day. So what about men? Women's Day.
Do you know why they don't have a Men's Day?
Why is it?
Why?
The men never remember what.
That's a good one.
I'm not the only one saying it, but someone said it and I thought, that's it. Why you cannot give men a day because they won't remember it. Just like they don't remember your anniversary, your birthday, or Mother's Day, and so on.
Okay. I just got that.
All men is like that. Some men are quite romantic and they remembers everything.
Yes.
Irene,
yes.
What did you just say? You just got it, is it?
I just got it. I'm very slow.
Now, I'm not sure, because if you guys want the man in your life to remember everything, I'm not sure what else comes with it, which you might kind of like. It's nice he remembers my birthday, but does he have to be like that? You know what I mean?
I believe if both of us or both of the person, they are committed enough, I think eventually the person would remember.
Okay.
I feel like.
Irene, why are you laughing suddenly?
It's like I cannot compute if my man forget my birthday.
Okay.
There's no room inside my head.
Okay, let's talk about that. So Irene, what made you laugh?
Because I cannot remember the man's birthday.
Okay, we're talking about men and women like stereotypes. Okay, so let's be clear about that. We are kind of like very general in our comments. But basically, I think later we'll kind of like get it clear that we are in fact trying to sense the difference between a masculine and a feminine. And both men and women have masculine and feminine aspects within them that are expressed at different times, So, but it's fun to talk about men like that, women like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the contrast seems to be very easy to speak of.
Or women have to be like that, men have to be in such way.
Yeah, kind of like society.
That kind of expectation in relationship. Yeah.
Correct.
We can talk about that as well.
Yeah. And
you should be that way.
Yes.
Should be acting that way.
Yeah. How can a man not do whatever? You know what I mean? So we exaggerate to expand to see the difference and have some fun with it, because it's not the easiest thing to navigate, right? So let's go back to Irene. You say you forget birthdays, you forget dates, is it?
Hmm.
So what does that say? Does it mean you're kind of like becoming a man?
It basically says that both men and women can forget dates lah.
Okay.
I'm worse when it comes to, remember the first time we met, or remember the first time we agreed to go out together? Now that date, I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Oh my God, that kind also I cannot remember lah.
No, but there are some women who was like,
This is the 100th day.
100 days.
Okay, that
Whatever
one
day.
is like extreme. Okay, that's like the schoolgirls and they are dating and
Yeah, I know.
you should celebrate. Oh my God.
So how many of those dates do you have? The day you first met, and then your first date, and then you get what I mean? Is
Okay,
there more
I can't
than one
remember
date?
that as well.
Yeah.
I don't remember
I don't.
anything. First date, I remember, no, first date, I don't remember the date. I remember the date, you know.
Okay. You remember the date, but not the date. Okay.
I don't go to that kind of extreme lah. So it's like reasonable, my birthday, his birthday, or anniversary getting together, you know.
No, I have forgotten birthday as well. I have forgot because I wasn't paying attention to the date or the month. Yes, I know, but I just forget the date. So until the end of the day, only I remembered, oh shit, uh-oh. Yeah.
Men generally don't bother, don't give significance to
Yeah,
events.
seriously,
and
I want to
dates.
ask this
Yeah.
question to men
Yeah.
like KH, you can answer on behalf. What if your partner forget about your birthday? Like seriously, forgot. Jasmine forgot about your birthday.
Doesn't bother me at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Serious?
Yeah. I can't speak for all men, but speaking for myself, and if there are men out there, help, comment.
Yeah, you can.
Give me
You
an
can leave a
answer.
comment in the chat
So-
group if you're a man. What happened if your partner, your spouse, or your girlfriend forget your birthday? What how do you feel? Like, is it okay for you?
It
Comment in the
doesn't
chat
bother
room.
me at all, actually.
Serious?
So even on my birthday, I don't feel, that it's special. It's nice that people feel it's special. So other people celebrate my birthday or force me to celebrate my birthday. I'm generally quite neutral about it.
Is it because of age?
No.
Always
No,
been
I've
like
always
this?
been like that. I've always been like that. And I'm just wondering whether how much of other men have that same kind of attitude.
Maybe probably is your love language.
Yeah.
You have
Oh.
a different kind of love language.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
So at this point, we ask Cage, what is your love language?
Oh, remind me. Are there 5 or 4? Can't remember now.
Want me to repeat? The first is affirmation, give, service, act of service, time, and one more.
Physical touch.
Physical touch.
Yeah, that's mine.
Get that all. That's mine as well.
So what's yours? What do you think, KH?
It's not the time lah.
Why? Jasmine
Yeah.
is here. Jasmine, maybe you can answer.
Irene is supposed to be in the spotlight, not me.
International Women's Day. So we took the floor to ask you the question.
Let's talk generally. You translate into the love language because I'm not familiar. I think I read the book once, but I can't remember. So I would say, for example, that because I've been watching a lot of some of the social media on this topic and certain YouTube people, YouTube hosts, and I think one of the very important things for men is respect. respect. And that has come to become, don't embarrass me in front of others. So that is coming to your point, Irene, about submission. That's like, don't overstep the mark and all that, So in certain societies, it's come to become a very cultural and strict rule that women don't speak first and things like that. Because I think, never mind the cultural rules, but I think the root of it is that men can't multitask, so you got to like leave them to be just one thing and don't just distract all the time. You get what I mean? When a man is not in the mood for distraction. So that leads to men wanting women to be contained, you see, contained. That's one aspect of it. So I would say respect. Maybe that means affirmation in love language. I don't know. That you are the man, you are worthy and things like that. See, that appeals to men.
I feel submissive is a very strong word, where I feel submissive kind of like related to the self-worth as well, the self-esteem and whatnot. So I think the respect is a better word for like when there is time, the man, let the man do the job. So the kind of a respect, like when we are outside, so I know my place. So, but when I get home, you will respect me as, my homemaker or whatever. So I think there's agreement in such way.
So talking about submission, Irene, you were using another word to compare with submission. I missed that early on in our earlier conversation. What was that other word? You're trying to draw a line, right?
Yeah.
Can you kind of rephrase it?
Which part was this now?
That means how far do you go with submission? And then there's a draw a line, and then there's something else other than submission. What's the other word?
Ayo, cage.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so back to so let's talk about that line, about submission, and maybe
In the first place, why do women have to submit? And why do women think submission is actually a feminine aspect? Because I mean, personally, in my experience, I have been in that submission because I want to please the guy. So don't say anything in case I get, so fight starts, right? I've been in that position. And then the other side is when I come out of it, I'm like, but why did I actually do that? Why did I actually conform to what a man says to me? Oh, make sure my dinner is ready. Oh, you got to be back on time, or whatever demands they call and meet lah.
Are you saying that you ended up pleasing a man and doing that because he demanded it, or because you felt that was the role to play?
I felt that was the role to play.
Okay.
And it's also, it could be the, what do you call it? The pressure of what is expected of me.
Okay.
What society expects as well.
How do you feel when you look back on that time in your life when that was kind of operating for you?
Yeah, that's the big girl. Don't know why she went to.
How would you? So if you were speaking to your younger self then, right,
Don't
or
do
someone,
it.
Apart from that, can you be more kind of like less sweeping in the statement? Don't do it. Then how would you approach the relationship if not from that point of view? Because we naturally reach out for what is established in our, I don't know, family, cultural background, and we go along with that, right? So if you were to say, somebody would be like, oh, of course I have to do that. Then what would you kind of, how would you modify it in such a way that it works better than just like an absolute rule,
Well, if I look back and I speak to my younger self, I would ask her, why didn't I trust myself and my intuition at that time? And why did I allow this whole what do you call arrangement of being swept away, because everything was arranged and everything else. The venue was done, the church was booked and everything. And yet that little voice at that time, I would ask her, why didn't you listen? It is your, in a way, divine feminine saying, hey, there's something wrong. There's something wrong about this. And yet I didn't listen and allowed myself to get swept away with all this, the face value. You know how the Asians love. The Chinese don't like to lose faith.
So you noticed that at that time you went along with what should be, convention. And in that process, you actually invalidated your own voice, your own feelings and instinct. Okay.
Yeah. And what happened then, fast forward 15 years, has been a lot of changes, a lot of getting to know myself. Now, the one thing that has just occurred to me is that women don't know what we want. The minute you stop knowing yourself, like I don't know myself because I've never sat down to actually I like this, I like that, don't like this, and put healthy boundaries on it and express myself. If I don't like something, I've never done that. And so what happens is you internalize it, you make it worse. Then you start to doubt yourself. You don't know what you want, or I didn't know what I wanted. You think I knew what I wanted in a partner, in a relationship? No.
So if men complain, women don't know what they want, is it because they made them like that? The men made them? Or society?
It is society. It is to do with the magazines that, remember the paper magazines that we used to have? All the fashion magazines. Women should be tall, skinny, slim, perfect size, flawless skin. And
so you're saying all the younger sisters you have out there in the world are kind of like in this place where there's so much information and so many, how do you say, I wouldn't say demands, so many rules or so many expectations that they really get confused about which road to, how to walk even,
Yeah, I think it's worse now with the social media. It's worse. Because during my time and your time, we didn't have social media. We don't have Facebook. We don't have Instagram, TikTok. All we had was the magazines that's published, every month.
Cosmopolitan.
Yeah. What makeup to buy, what dresses looks nice, all that.
Yeah.
But that already damaged women. Think about what's happening now. I mean, the younger generation. I had my nephew. I was sitting with him and he just complained. My nephew is 25. Was it 24? 24.
No.
And he's like saying, women these days don't know what they want. Especially in the relationship, they don't know what they want.
Do you get that? Do you find men have the same problem or same issue, same struggle about knowing what they want?
I think very few men know what they want. They like what they see, but the minute the girl shows character, ayo, they hit the door. Bye.
Well, Well, okay. So it is a it's a human thing. It's not about just women. Maybe it's a different way of it, right? A different version of don't know what I want.
It
What
is
do
a
you?
version. And also, men have got the advantage of having more physical relationship. I'm not saying women don't, okay?
Mhm.
I know women do. I've been exposed to that as well, not shying away from it. But men do it more often. You know, they're more blasé about it.
Yeah, they're less complicated, huh?
Yeah, you
I'm
can
not.
say
I don't know. That seems to be an impression. Okay, so how does that make it different for men then?
expand your question.
Oh, now I'm guessing what you're. I'll guess what you're trying to say. So you're saying men and women don't know what they want, but men get to experiment a bit more, so it's easier for them, huh?
That was like I would say yes, but
Mm.
it's not exclusive
Okay.
because women also do that.
Mm,
Why women
okay.
know what they want nowadays?
So having the chance to experiment, as you say, physically, does that help in that dilemma of don't know what you want?
In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Because some
Okay.
guys, even all the experiments, they still don't know what they want.
Oh, okay.
Same as girls, they still
Mm.
don't know what they want. But girls have a worse reputation in a sense that, oh, they've been around the block a few
Yeah.
times.
Mm. So what does a woman do in today's world when they don't know what they want?
Why you
Janice,
asking? Somebody else answer, can I?
okay. Janice, Peggy, you want to jump in on whatever Irene said?
Again, your question.
Would like no, not necessarily my question. Would you like to jump in on what Irene has said so far? What would you like to add?
It's kind of like most people don't know what they want, but somehow based on experiences, they kind of know what they don't want.
Okay.
That in that way, it feels like that person will be more careful and having this like a perfect ideal person that, okay, because of my previous relationship, I don't want the person to be like this or like that. So they kind of like subconsciously building a very perfect ideal girlfriend or boyfriend inside their mind, which is there's no perfect, nobody is perfect. So I think that's why now a lot of people are single. So I guess they don't know what they want, but they kind of know they know what they don't want.
Mm. Okay, that makes sense. If I know what I don't want,
You still don't know what
then
you want.
I keep having to change track every time I meet something I don't want or a hint of something I don't want. I need to change my I need to walk another direction, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
So we are going into a deeper hole now about relationships.
We're not even supposed to be talking about it.
Yeah, so let's come back to it's Women's
Feminine.
Day yesterday or
Feminine.
Women's Week. So yeah. So
How can we embrace our femininity
yes.
without feeling submissive?
Yeah.
I think that's the topic for today. Like,
So you're saying femininity is not just being submissive. So what is it? What is femininity in all its power rather than, oh, feminine means submissive? You know, that's a very disempowering view. So then what is so powerful of the feminine such that women who embrace it can find fulfillment, happiness in life, single or in a relationship? Maybe that's a bigger question.
Okay. So when I think about feminine, the word feminine, the first thing that comes to mind is a woman or a girl dressed in a dressed in a
oh my
dress.
God, you are just so me, like last time. Serious.
Yeah, when bringing up a kind of way, we'll be saying, "Oh, why you so feminine suddenly?" Yeah, even though in guys' way, we sometimes will compliment the guy like, "Wow, he's so feminine." Sometimes,
Yeah, I even
Okay.
have the thought. I remember I did talk about like, feminine means they know how to selfie very nice. I remember I shared that.
especially after I cut a short hair like this, people will say, "Hey, even you cut so short hair, you still look very feminine, no?"
Mm.
Yeah. Also, that kind of compliment, so feminine become like a adjective.
Mm.
Is it actually a compliment they're paying you?
You feel sincerity from them. Yeah.
Her femininity is so powerful, it overcame any masculine aspect of the short hair.
Mhm.
Or wear pants.
And
or
in fact,
whatever.
I think that was the fashion in the long time ago,
You
where
see?
women cut their hair short and look more feminine as a result. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because of the hair, you start seeing the contrast and you see the femininity even more. Possible, right?
Possible,
Mm.
but I didn't finish my.
Yes, we interrupted you.
Yeah. Okay, there are a few ways. Feminine to me, there's nothing wrong in pants, nothing wrong in a dress, nothing wrong in whatever you wear.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's the epitome of feminine. Audrey Hepburn. Breakfast at Tiffany's. You see, yeah.
Mm.
But I lost my trail of thought now. I don't know what I was trying to say. To me, feminine is actually being in a floral dress, out on in a field, your long hair, the exact what do you call it? Maybe influenced by social media lah, okay, or TV lah. The time we got social media, and yeah, Audrey Hepburn is that epitome of being feminine. But what I want to also say is being feminine, it's not about giving up your power. Because there's so much in being a feminine that you have so much power with you, more than a man, because we carry so much and we can carry so much.
So tell us more specifically, where do you see that feminine power in our life, in our society, in how we hold ourselves?
Feminine power has got nothing to do with being masculine in the world. We have a lot of masculines already, and a lot of women are more masculine than feminine, because they have to. They have to like show yourself to be strong in order to break that glass ceiling, if we ever break it.
But then that's going back to saying that to be powerful, a woman has got to be more like a man. But we're talking about femininity in its powerful forms. Where do you see it? That doesn't have to become a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what people think. You have to actually be more masculine in order to portray that power. But they forget being feminine can actually give you that power. So, for example, you know how men says that, oh, this girl is manipulating. Being manipulative is bad.
Mm.
According to whom, by the way? Is it the man or the woman who says it? I most likely think and guess it's a man who says it before, because they're being manipulated. But that's the thing. That is the power of being feminine. You don't have.
Would you like to describe it in a way that doesn't sound that is not
So negative?
in a different way from
Okay.
the way men say is manipulative?
When we want to get our way, there are ways and means for a woman to get what we want without being nasty about it.
Janice is like sharpening her claws already and saying,
She's trying
yes,
to
yes.
beautify the sentence. I was like, okay, let's see what comes next.
Okay, to say a woman is not feminine or to say a woman is not manipulative manipulative is a very negative word. It is, I would say in another, if I reframe it, let's reframe manipulation. Standing your ground. That's not manipulation. It's for a woman who knows what they want. And you can ask it in a different manner, but a lot of guys, why do we polish on? A lot of guys.
Robin, you're a distraction. We'll come back to you.
A lot of guys think that if they give in to what a woman wants, it's manipulation. But the woman is just basically standing up for themselves and saying, no, I want this. This is what I'm asking you. And can that happen? And sometimes men with their ego cannot accept it. So women have to do it in a very clever way to actually word it like, oh, you know, we make it seem
Without
like-
hurting the man's ego.
Correct. That is
I
part
think
of-
that's the main point.
yeah.
Okay. That reminded me of something. Janice and Peggy, you may have heard me say this before. I think, do you think a woman's brain is superior to that of a man's brain?
To what? To
A
men.
woman's brain is superior to a man's brain. It's
Is that a trick question?
or
What does it really mean?
never mind, say superior. How about it's different from a man's brain?
Yes.
Yes.
Physically, biologically.
No.
No.
Huh? No?
No.
No?
It is DNA. because-
Physically, no.
Oh,
Scientifically, no.
There is.
It
There
is.
is. Janice, the good news for you. There is.
Oh, so we have more nerves or something like that?
Aha. Aha.
India is
Okay,
not enough,
so
actually.
I better tell you the story. I've heard it from several places, but one of the best descriptions, one of the description I remember is from a TED talk by Ken Robinson, the guy who talks about how schools kill creativity, right? Sir Ken Robinson, he's the late Sir Ken Robinson. Okay, so, but I've read it in other books. And now you can see in all the books on neurology and brain science that is now very popular, or became popular in the last 10, 20 years. So you know that we have two halves of the brain, right? Left and right. And we are told that the left side of the brain is the logical side. Logical, mathematical. Okay? And the right side is artistic, intuitive, and so on, right? Okay. So there is a bunch of nerves connecting both sides, the logical and the intuitive. Okay. And we always say women more intuitive, the men are more logical, right? Okay, so left and right. Now, so that bunch of nerves called the corpus callosum, and the connection between left and right is more developed in women's brains. So it's a thicker bunch of nerves, or right? For men it's thinner, I see. So that's why women get
Sixth
confused.
sense.
Left, right. No, left, right. Right?
Yeah, I
Usually
just-
it's women who get confused about direction. I think that may have something to do with that, you know. And the men say, damn, left and right also don't know, right? But what happens is, because of that connection, you cannot lie to a woman. Because when you try and lie to a woman, she can examine the logical side and see whether you're lying. And if that doesn't show anything with the intuitive side, she can tell.
Sixth sense.
So that's why women are sharper in certain places. And personally, I think I sometimes think women make better lawyers, for example. You know, because they are sharper. Men's brains are, so you know how they make men's brains, like they take a woman's brain, handicap that corpus callosum, put a lot of sex in it, you get a man's brain.
Oh my God.
Take
That's
a
your Albert
woman's-
Einstein moment, right?
Take a
I
woman's
cannot.
take a woman's brain, handicap it because that particular feature is less prominent in men, and then put a lot of sex thoughts in it, and then that's the man's brain.
Really?
It's true that men think about sex every 5 minutes.
I don't know.
Oh, not
I don't know. That may have to do with hormones, So men are on the hunt all the time. So they're driven by different things. And women are driven by different things too. Men are just on the hunt. Women, maybe they desire children. I don't know, the maternal instinct,
But what you just said, men are always on the hunt. That's a bit worrying, isn't it? So no matter how old they are, they're still hunting.
Well, if unless modulated by something else, the feminine characteristic and masculine characteristic can go out of whack, right? So there's more to life than just being masculine and feminine, Now, what does Robin say?
Don't know, just disappeared.
Robin said there is
Men's brain on size are on average slightly bigger. Not to say they are brighter. Oh my God.
Yeah, so the corpus callosum makes a big difference. Yeah, Robin, I think a lot of these beliefs have been debunked to some extent. So we are talking stereotypes tonight without too much accuracy sometimes, because this is just a way of expressing our struggles in relationships and in conversations between men and women, I think. Yeah. Men hunting is debunked, maybe. Yeah. So now we are in a serious problem because sexuality is so wide now. It's a spectrum. People have new pronouns, and then you can't say I'm a man or woman. I decide whether I'm a man or woman, and so on and so forth. But let's not go there. So how far have we gotten, Irene, tonight on femininity and submission?
Not very far.
Have we got some?
I'll summarize in about very quick, maybe.
What are the points you would say to summarize? Yeah.
Since today's topic is about surrender into femininity, first I would say, being feminine is not about surrendering yourself to a partner. It's not about changing yourself to suit another person.
Okay.
The person fell in love with you, or your partner fell in love with you for a reason. Something attracted the person first, and things change when, let's say, you get married and everything just changed, and your partner decides, oh, I don't like this. I want her to be more submissive. I want her to be this, and you get carried away.
Yeah.
And by the way, you're just changing according to what he wants. So you're jumping hoops, which creates yourself to be unhappy. You forget who you are. And everything is a disaster.
Yeah, that sounds like a very common phenomenon with a lot of women, whether it's from upbringing, cultural expectations, or whatever, that women forget themselves. It's true that they comply and then suddenly they lose who they are. I think that's what you're talking about, right?
And when you have kids, it's even more pressure. You can't tend to yourself. You have to take care of your husband, who's one kid, and the kids who are kids.
Okay.
And this goes on and on and on until you decide to press pause and go, wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Where am I in this relationship?
What about me?
And by that point, your kids would have been grown up and, are falling apart, and you cannot do anything. You don't know where to start. You don't know how to find yourself. It took me a good freaking how many donkey years before I decided, hey, wait, hold on. Where am I in all this?
Yes.
I lose myself relationship upon relationship. I have to behave in a certain manner. I cannot cry in public because I'm afraid what people will see me as weakness, which is not a feminine, and I've had someone said, don't be a girl. My brain goes, but I am a girl.
That's right.
So all this starts to fall apart. And that search starts. If your life don't tumble and fall, if you don't hit rock bottom at some point, you will never discover who you really truly are.
Yeah. And hitting rock bottom may be a blessing for some women, because imagine going through an entire life like that
Hmm.
and
And
not realizing it until very much later, right?
Yeah. So
And I'm just going to be cheeky here and make it worse, make it sound worse. So here you have a woman, a typical woman, giving way to the man's wishes, right?
mhm.
And we have already established earlier on that men don't know what they want. So why are we giving way to the wishes of a man who doesn't even know what he wants, right?
Because the woman doesn't know what she wants also.
Yeah. So the important thing for a woman really, because women are vulnerable to this, you see, is to really find themselves and be clear about who they are and honor themselves. And
Honestly,
then they'll be okay whether they're single, married, in a relationship or not, with or without children, because then maybe that's the most important things in our life, that we honor who we are and never lose that. So
And-
happy Women's Day. Yes, Irene, you had a thought to add.
yeah, honoring yourself and being honest with yourself.
Okay.
Honesty to yourself, men and women, this applies to both.
Yeah. But we're talking about women. This is Women's Week.
Okay.
Yep.
Women then,
Yeah, because of that particular vulnerability to influence by culture, by temperament, and so on.
yeah. There was something I wanted to have, but I cannot remember what it is.
Never mind. We let Janice and Peggy make their closing remarks, and then we come back to you and see whether you remember what you want to say.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I think KH has so questions like this and issues like this about relationship, about feminine, about masculine. I believe KH have a workshop regarding this coming up this year soon. So if you are interested, you can PM him directly to get the dates and whatnot, and to ask about that. Okay, so that will answer most of the question and will be like you will get clarity about that. So yeah, so contact KH for that kind of a workshop. Okay, so yeah, thank you.
And tonight I also quite is grateful for KH and Irene to be in this space, because we're not looking at totally women, because like which track come together, but at least there is a man perspective into how women and men are in place in this, because women cannot survive by woman only, but man is but that's why there is a man and a woman. There's no entire woman or entire man. Yeah. So I think in among this topic, I also mostly my biggest takeaway is, yes, we play a lot of roles in life, but mostly it's come back to what do you want, and mostly also come back to who I am. Like, am I living into my own truth? Am I living in authenticity and honesty to myself?
Yeah,
That's
for me,
also
the
part of-
biggest takeaway it's KH. One word is like respect. Definitely the essence of a relationship, respect and R&R, I would say respect and responsible. Be able to, so that would be yeah, that's my takeaway.
Okay.
So thank you, KH, for that.
Yeah. Let's give Irene a
Thank
final
you,
word, our
Irene.
guest.
Yeah.
Irene, just a final
Before we
word.
go.
Yeah.
Add one more though, respect. Sorry, when you say R&R, I said relax and
recreation and relaxation.
but it's not communication.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
definitely.
Okay. So thank you, Irene.
Thank you, Irene. Thank you,
Thank
KH, for the night. Interesting. So yeah, so Peggy, we will see them again like next week, Tuesday, same time.
Same time.
Tuesday, 10 p.m.
Let your do the talking. See you soon.
Yes. Bye.
Bye. Good
Bye.
night.
Thanks, Irene. Love
Thanks for
you.
stopping by.
Yep.
Irene.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.